Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening Team Eagles Zoom. We're so happy to see you all. As I think most of you know, although we do have some new people on the call tonight, but most of you know we are Jenny and Mick Daly. We are Presidential Marketing Directors in your support line, and we live in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. And it really is beautiful. We were out hiking with the dog this afternoon, and yeah, the weather was gorgeous. Okay, before I hand over to Mick to look at the contest this month, I think we have some new people on the call. So, Rachel, would you like to start and welcome some of your newbies? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. Yes, thank you. I am delighted to welcome some newbies tonight. So we have Jacinta Simpson, who is new. She was sponsored by Patrick, who is sponsored by Robin. So really nice to see them. I want to mention that Patrick just got a promotion, and also Augustine is on the line, and Augustine just got a promotion. So congrats to both of you. And then I also wanted to welcome Linda McClintock, who is a long-time loyal partner with Juice Plus, beyond 20 years, I'm sure. But I think it's her first time on a Team Eagles call, so welcome to Linda.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Does anybody else have someone they would like to introduce to us this evening? If so, unmute yourself and speak up. No, I think everybody who's on has joined us in the past. Okay, well, whether you're new or not, it's wonderful to see everybody. Mick, I'm going to hand it over to you, and I know we're only halfway through the month, but let's take a look at the contest.
Thank you, Jenny. Yep, so you can see this contest leaderboard both at our Team Eagles website, teamjp.net, and also in our Team Eagles Facebook group. And once again, if you or if your team are not in our Team Eagles Facebook group, please make sure to invite them and encourage them to accept the invitation. That's where all the good stuff happens. So we are 13 days, almost 2 weeks into the month, and we have some new promotions to celebrate. As Rachel mentioned, we have Dr. Robert Esposito. Patrick made Partner Plus last month. That's why he isn't on this list. We have Roderick under, again, Robin Smith sponsored Roderick. And we have Teddy Rose, sponsored by Kristen Fry. Those three made Partner Plus this month. We will probably see another 5 or 10 Partner Pluses this month because of the fabulous incentives we have going. And then, really cool, we have a new sales coordinator promotion, Rita Hale, sponsored by Ginny Sampson, which is why the two of them are at the top of the leaderboard. So congratulations to them, but boy, there will be a lot of changes over the next week or two. So with that, I'll hand it back to Melinda.
All right, great. And everybody get ready, because I think we've all got a lot in the works. So game on with the leaderboard, keeping it fun. So tonight we're going to start with our research tip, and I am really so excited about this. Denise has offered to do this for us twice a month, and with her background, she is absolutely the most qualified to do this. But I've been pushing her about each month, could you share a little tip, like just 1 or 2 sentences that we can easily remember and slide into conversations when we're just on the elevator or a quick opportunity? And sure enough, she has done it again. So she's also going to put these together in a visual, and Mick and I are going to figure out a place to keep them. So over the next year, you'll hear 2 a month, and you'll have half of our research studies at your fingertips and in an easy, quick way to share. So thank you so much, Denise, and I'll turn it to you. Denise, you're still muted.
Yeah, I'm going to share this slide. Let's see. Okay, I guess one of my favorite studies is the Australian study, and just because it affects so many different systems in our body. And so this study was done on obese women. It was an 8-week study that's gold standard. And so it decreased total cholesterol, LDH cholesterol, also affected our biomarker for immunity. It decreased blood pressure and increased lean muscle mass. And so one of the biggest things is Juice Plus, that what they found is Juice Plus also influences over 1,600 genes. And so it turns up the good genes and down the bad genes. And so that is kind of a newer study is nutrigenomics and how nutrition affects our genes. And this just shows that, you know, a healthy lifestyle and what we eat, and naturally that's Juice Plus, how that can really improve our health. And that's it.
I love it. Wait, leave it up there for just a second. So, you know, we're often in the conversations where people are moaning about their cholesterol and or all kinds of other things. So if we just know that this little slide is right here and we can share with people, you know, we do have data and research that shows this can impact your cholesterol. And it also can impact turning good genes on and bad genes off. Like, did you even know that was a thing? So just quick and easy ways, because our research literally is what distinguishes us. So we want to put it in small little capsules of information each week for you, so that it's easier for you to share and help you stand out different from all the other noise that they hear about. Thank you, Denise, so much.
Sure.
All right, so the other exciting thing that we've got for you tonight that we're really excited about is there is something new out there. It's not really actually new, but it's a new technique that has been really, really helping so many teams literally explode. And Nicole is one of the ones that stepped up actually on a national level and has been working quite a bit with the national marketing directors that are putting this out there. And so we asked Nicole if she would do our training tonight on what they're calling Empowered in 1 Hour. So Nicole, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Awesome. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. So the Empowered in 1 Hour is really just a way for you to dedicate 1 hour a day, or as often as you can in your week, to your business. It's a focused time to really invest in your business. And so what I want to do tonight is I want to show you where the resources are, kind of walk you through what it looks like. I'm not going to obviously go through a whole hour, but I'm going to give you an idea of what you might be able to expect if and when you jump on an Empowered in 1 Hour. So I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. And this is boards. If you are unfamiliar with boards and you don't know what I'm showing you, you need to talk to your upline. I'm not going to go over what boards is. I'm just going to show you where to find this Empowered in 1 Hour. So this is the Campbell team board. Everybody has access to it. If you're not in it, again, talk to your upline so that they can get you in it. And when you come to Campbell team board, the first page you see, you'll see these keys. And it's right here in events. So if you click on events, you'll see it right here, Empowered in 1 Hour. So when you click on this, what you'll notice is every week we upload a schedule of when everyone are doing these. I'm going to try and zoom in and see. Oops. See if I can see. So we have a bunch of different people, a bunch of different times. So you have access to the calendar. And so what I encourage people to do is look at this, look at your schedule, and plug in where you can do an hour. Schedule 1 a day at least. If you're not really doing this, maybe do 1 a week. Start somewhere though, because it will help your business. So that's the schedule. The other things I want to point out to you are these 3 images. So this one shows you what the agenda is. And I'm going to walk you through the agenda, but just so you can see a general idea of what the agenda is. So you know what to expect. And then these two are ways to prepare for your power hour so that you can maximize your time. So these are things that you want to have prepared and ready to go on your power hour. And all of these resources, I'll show you where they are. But these are the tools that you will use to prepare. The action step of making a post every day. This is a non-negotiable. I tell my people, if you haven't made a post today, you can do it on your hour, but it's better if you do it before. So those are the resources for how to prepare and be best prepared for your power hour. There's also these tools for your power hour. There's a bunch of different tools, the memory jogger, dream chain checker, everything that they talked about in that prep work, it's right here. So there's that. And then there's some verbiage to invite for events. So everything is right here where you need it. And now what I'm going to show you is what the slides look like when I, as a host, take you through a power hour. So as the host, I am keeping time and I am keeping everyone on track. I am not answering questions. I am there doing my own work too. I'm just a timekeeper. And so we always start off with, why won't it? Oh, here we go. We always start off with 5 minutes of check-ins and wins. This is where everyone can unmute and share what's working for them. It's really encouraging to hear what other people are doing and to share and feel good about what's working for you with other people. Then we move into 10 minutes of social media engagement. This is where I tell people, if you have not posted yet today, do your post and then engage on social media. Who's liking your post, comment back to people, message people who've commented on your posts, and engage with people. This is not a time to engage with Juice Plus people. So it's okay for you to follow other Juice Plus people. That's a great way to find posts that you like, but don't engage with them during this time. This is your business time. So after 10 minutes of that, we go into 10 minutes of making new friends on social media. This is where you join new groups, introduce yourself. Really, it's not about telling people, hey, check out Juice Plus. It's about building new relationships and finding new people to build relationships with so that you can get to the point of having that conversation about Juice Plus. After that, we move into 10 minutes of inviting for events. I always tell people an event can be anything. Pardon me. It could be a 3-way call. It can be a live event, a virtual event, a watch party, the Healthy Living affiliates calls, anything. But we spend 10 minutes inviting intentionally. That's where your memory jogger comes into play. I actually have an invite list, like people I've pre-qualified for events. And so that's 10 minutes of inviting. Then we move into 10 minutes of follow-up, and I tell people this is probably the most important thing that we do. There's tips here on the screen, and I encourage people not to one and done people. People are busy, there's noise in their lives, and typically if they've not responded to you, it's not about you, it's really about them and the noise that's in their lives. So tell people to care more about what's in it for them than you do about what you think they think of you. So be lovingly persistent and follow up. Then we do 10 minutes of customer care. There's tips on the screen for what to do. I always tell people, treat your new partners as if they were brand new customers. Give them the same nurturing and support, and that just help them, educate them and build them up. And with your customers, they turn into raving fans if you provide really good customer care. So we do that for 10 minutes, and then we spend our last 5 minutes of the hour sending a message of gratitude. It can be sent to anybody, but we spend 5 minutes there, and that's it. That is the power hour. And I have my friend Debbie. I'm going to stop sharing screen right now, but my friend Debbie is on, and Debbie was participating a lot in these power hours, and she was really seeing a change in her business, and she was really seeing that intentional time. So I asked her to be on to share her experience with the Empowered in 1 Hour.
Yeah, so thanks, Nicole. Yeah, I really credit the Empowered in 1 Hour with helping me get to my SC promotion that I made a few months ago. So that was really just an opportunity just to carve out that time and what I love about it is that the more you prepare ahead of time, the more efficient your hour will be. But if you haven't prepared, it's still a profitable time, no matter what. So if you're on the fence about doing it, or you're like me and you want everything to be perfect, like just let it go. Just jump on, because it's truly inspiring. Being around so many like-minded people who are all just working together is very motivating. And then it's like, okay, when's the next time I can jump on for another power hour? So it's been a very encouraging time for me. And if you're on the fence about trying it, don't worry about the prep, just jump in and do it, because it's just going to get easier and easier the more you practice.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate it. And so we were going to originally do this as like a panel and talk about it. I will say that the Empowered in 1 Hour for me was an answer to prayer, because after Nicole, at conference in Anaheim talked about how she was doing a power hour with her team every day, just really structured. She wasn't like answering questions. She was doing her business. I was like, yes, that's what I need to do. And I tried to go home and replicate that. And what ended up happening is I was answering a bunch of questions and I was not getting any work done. And so then when the slideshows came out and all of that, it was a huge answer to prayer for me. And especially when Wendy and the team came out with Empowered in 1 Hour, it was just much more my vibe with honoring God and serving people. And so it was just a huge answer to prayer. So when we were going to do this as a panel, we had invited Melinda Hutchins, and she was not able to be here tonight. We were going to do this a month ago, but things didn't work out. And so Melinda sent us a video. So I'm going to actually share my screen again and let you hear from Melinda Hutchins.
Hi friends, Melinda Hutchins here. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this panel. I'm sorry that I can't be there in person. We are going to have our team call the exact same time as this is playing, and yet I didn't want to miss the opportunity to invite you into the Empowered in an Hour. I am one of the hosts, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 or 4 times a week, and would love to have you come on. You can also host them too. We do need more hosts for more times and opportunities, and it's very, very easy to do. It's all laid out in the boards app under, Campbell Teams events, and then Empowered in an Hour, and there's a host app for you, so you could just the slideshow presentation. It's very, very simple. What I have noticed is it creates more conversations and relationships to put in the pipeline, or the funnel, if you will. And I'm sure you've seen the picture of the funnel. If you haven't, it's like you start a conversation, then you invite into looking at the research, looking at a video, whatever. Then you invite into an event, then you invite into taking Juice Plus, then you invite into our mission. So it's kind of like a funnel of conversations, and it just starts off with that. Jake and Jenna Rude also framed it as the red light, yellow light, green light conversations too. That's a beautiful way to look at it as well. Really, it's just how can we connect with people? That's what our job is, and that's the fun of what we get to do. The hard part of what we do is hiring ourselves every day. We get to, if we want to, hire ourselves, and this has really helped me be accountable and consistent with those income producing activities. So I highly recommend and encourage you to come on, set a time. I like to do the same time every week, so that I just, or throughout the week, so that I'm just ready to go at that time, and I don't have to multitask. I can just be ready to go, and I don't have a lot of change in the schedule, but there's so many opportunities for you. And if one of the times doesn't work, why not host one for the rest of the team? We would love that. One team, one mission. We love you guys. We love our Juice Plus family. And you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have your hair done even. Just come on and help and run it, and you just run the timer. It's really, really simple. If you need any help, I'm sure one of us would love to help you. I'd love to help you, and the other ladies I'm sure would too. So I hope that you guys are encouraged and that you will join us on the next Empowered in an Hour.
All right. So I mean, that's 3 people right here telling you just do it. So, the questions when you have a training like this, right? The questions you need to ask yourself are, how can I use this? Why must I use this? And when will I use this? Now, I can't answer the when for you. I can't answer the how and the why you must. How you can use this is going onto Campbell Team Boards, looking at the schedule, and putting it on your calendar. If you do not put it on your calendar, you won't do it. So calendar it, time block it, guard that time, and just don't plan other stuff during that time. It's okay. It's just an hour. And why must you use this? Well, you need to be investing in your business. If you're not investing in your business, you're not going to grow. And that's okay. If that's not what you want, if you don't want to grow, don't use it. But if you want to grow, if you want to reach more people and you want to grow your paycheck, then you need to be doing something. And this is something that will really help you. And it doesn't take a whole lot of forethought on your part. Like Debbie said, you can just come on. You don't have to be perfect. I am a perfect example of that. I come on with messy hair all the time. And it is what it is. Like, I don't care. I'm just there to work. I don't need to look pretty. So that's the how and the why. And so I just want to really encourage you before you leave this call tonight to go onto the board, find it, look at the times, and schedule at least one for this week. It's only Monday, so you've got plenty of time to get some in. So that is that.
Thank you, Nicole. What an excellent, excellent job. I knew that you would just knock this out of the park, and you did. So I appreciate that so much. So I jumped on one of Nicole's just to check it out, and it was exactly what she's described and very easy. I think the other thing that is great for those of us that have partners working with us, it is something that you can delegate out and duplicate out across your team. Like Nicole said at the beginning, it's not something that you have to do individually with every single one of your partners, but you're actually developing independent leaders that are then working through their business at their convenience, led by leaders across the nation. And you will reap all of those rewards. All right, so we've still got some time for some questions. I'm sure that a lot of you might have some. I'm not sure if anybody will unmute themselves and ask, but if you have a comment or a question while we've got Nicole here, let's throw those out there and get some advice from her and from Debbie.
So I just had one. This is kind of a funny thing on the side, but I was kind of hesitant until you said I didn't have to get my hair fixed. But how many, but just out of curiosity, how many men are on them?
I know of at least 2, which I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but there are 2 that regularly get on mine.
Okay.
And I know them by name because they regularly get on mine.
Are there men leading any of them?
No, not that I'm aware of. I have not seen any men. So Mark, Mick, I mean, Mark and Mick, like all of you, like seriously, the reason I host is because I can't do a consistent time every week.
It makes you be there.
Exactly. Because if I'm not hosting, even if I put it on my calendar, there's a high likelihood that I will skip out on myself. But if there's other people, like I have to be on because I'm going to be the boxer. Hey, aren't you doing one? Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
Good point. Okay, so y'all all heard it. Somebody's going to host a men one.
I didn't say that yet.
All right, unmute and let's open this up. This is such a great tool. If those of you that have been around for a while, we used to have the DMO, and we used to use that pretty consistently with great results. And I was just talking to somebody the other day at HEB giving out wine, but anyways, she said, oh, I've done all those things, I don't want to do all those things. And Nicole and I had just been working on this, and I said, honestly, what we're talking about is 1 hour a day to really invest in this and help more people understand the power of plants. And she was like, oh. So, I don't know. We'll see. Terry, you and I will talk to her tomorrow night. We'll see. Chris, did you have a question? Comment? I can't hear you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, good. Perfect.
For whatever reason, if I'm wearing my earphone, I can't be heard if I have my Bluetooth on, whatever. Anyway, at conference wrap up, I kind of remember somebody talking about all of the Empowered in 1 hour, and that it was on, if you couldn't make it in any of those times, because I'm working throughout the day, but I want to say somebody had put it on YouTube or had YouTube.
Yeah, we
had
have, yeah, there's actually, there are actually recordings of a whole hour. Like I did one today.
Okay.
I recorded our whole hour and that is posted. I believe it's also in boards. I've never accessed it. So,
I was kind of looking for it on boards, and then I was looking for it on YouTube, and
it's under host. So it is.
Oh,
So
it's under host?
it's on boards under
Okay.
host. And it says Empowered in 1 hour with Leela Dunn. So that's the only recording we have right now, but you can do it with her. She goes through it. She goes through the whole hour. And
Okay.
they've asked us to start recording a few so that we can have some alternates, because people are like, well, I'm kind of bored with the recording. Can we have new ones? So we're recording new ones.
Okay.
So
So it's listed under in boards, Empowered in 1 hour, host.
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And ultimately, Chris, what I'll tell you, you don't have to have a recording to go through it. You just have to have the slides, and the slides are right there. You have the slides, set your timer, and you're good to go.
Right. And I was thinking, because a lot of times Karen and I get together on Fridays, and so I was like, well, we could just do that, follow along with the host guidelines, and like you said, set your timer and just kind of do it. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, we might try both and just kind of see which one motivates us best.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I would guess, Nicole, that the great thing about having the recording is that anyone like me who doesn't feel comfortable jumping on one of the live hour sessions for whatever reason, just don't feel comfortable, we could watch the recording and then at some point go, this is cool, I can do this.
Yep.
And it's not intimidating at all either. I mean, and you're busy the whole time, so you're really not talking that much to other people. But
No.
I have not done one in a couple weeks because I've been gone a lot, but I did 3 in 1 week, and I can tell you that 1 week I just felt so good about myself just because I was getting back with people, getting back with customers. It really builds consistency, I think.
The other thing that, Nicole, I noticed when I was on with you is you were encouraging us to do stuff that I don't always do. So, if you want some different results from what you're currently experiencing with your business, then obviously you need to do something a little different. You need to change up something. And it was really fun. I enjoyed meeting. There wasn't very many people, Nicole. I think there was, 5 or 6 people. Is that typically? So it's not it's even as big a group as this, and you can share or not share. You can talk or not talk. But that was one thing that hit me as like, oh my gosh, I thought we were just going to do stuff I do all the time, but we were actually doing stuff a little bit, some different stuff and some new stuff. And so that's good.
Well, and I tell people too, if you're not into social media, if you're not, you noticed on the schedule, there's about 20 minutes where you're on social media. And if you're not into that, that's okay. What I tell people is just use that time to do more follow-ups or make more connections. It's not about what you do, it's about consistently doing it.
Right. And just being committed. And also just when we did the DMO before, the power hour, that was very releasing, like you're saying, you know, like Denise is saying, you feel good about it because you sat down for 1 hour, you knocked a whole bunch of stuff out, and, you know, now you can go run around your day like you would love to. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We'll stay on afterwards for a little bit if you have more questions. I just want to outline the next couple of weeks are going to be just as exciting as this. I'm so jacked about the whole month of November, how it's all turned out. So I really appreciate you, Nicole, putting this all together and doing this. Next week, we're going to do our stories of hope, all about attitude of gratitude. And what we're going to ask each one of you is to think a little bit about what you are most grateful for about the Juice Plus business. And it might be the business itself. It might be that you're involved with a company that's been around for 50 years. It might be that we have all of the studies that we've done, or it might be exactly this, community. But I want you to just really think this week, what would be 1 or 2 sentences that you would say you are thankful for? And then I want you to invite people to come in and see what we have here, because I can promise you our community, with this attitude and the gratitude that we have just on our weekly Zooms, is something that people are really searching for and probably praying for. So think about who you might like to say, hey, you know what, just come on Monday night and just see what we do. You know, we just want to give you a glimpse or a window into our world. And I think you'll be quite pleasantly surprised the lives that you will bless with that. So 2 assignments for next week. Think about the 1 or 2 sentences that you would want to add. And then who would you like to share this with the week of Thanksgiving, that you might bless someone else with this wonderful community that we have? And then the following week, on the 27th, I want you to be working on your prospect list, because Kurt Beavers put out there to the entire NMD's group that's under him, 100 and I don't know how many. But he said he was starting to do something that if somebody wanted to be included in, let him know. So, you know, immediately I'm on Voxer. Yes, Kurt. Choose us. So he is going to come on the 27th, and it will not be a training. This will be an actual meeting where you can bring your prospects and say, I want you to get to meet our partner, Kurt Beavers. And so this will be something that we can all bring prospects on. And Kurt is literally going to go through an explanation of options they might have if they want to look into our world of Juice Plus. So that will be also 2 weeks in a row. Invite. The rest of this week, we've got a lot of events as well to invite to. Jeff Olson is going to do his new presentation Tuesday night. There it is. Thank you, Mick. You're so good. This is going to be amazing. We heard of this at conference. So if you've not posted this or invited everyone you can think of, this is tomorrow night. It'll be 7:30 Central. And I'm sure that it will also be quite impressive. So think of all your athletes or parents of athletes. And remember, this doesn't have to be Olympic athletes. It can be Pee-wee soccer or whatever. But that's tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Kurt is doing a training at 9:30 in the morning that will be available on his Make a Life Facebook group for you to tune in anytime. And it is about living our mission. And then Wednesday night, we have an extensive medical panel. So if you've got any doctors in your world that might want to join in on that. And then our very own Denise has her event on Thursday night. So
no, that's postponed. Yeah, Dr. Fred cannot host because he's having surgery. So we're postponing that till later.
And I was just like I was leaving you for the icing on the cake. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
Let us know when that gets rescheduled, and then we'll. But think about these events, of course, for your own personal training and for your own knowledge base, but mostly, who would you like to invite to these events. Leo is also going to be doing his franchise launch on Friday. I'll get that information out to you. So those of you that are available can join us on Friday as he launches his franchise. And that will be at 2 o'clock this Friday on the 17th. All right, so we're a little bit over, but thank you for all being here. And we will stay after the recording is off to answer any other questions that you might have.
But before that, I have one more thought. Our wonderful global CEO, Travis Garza, is so good at challenging us. And it's so timely that on our November the 2nd, all partner Zoom, Travis challenged us to do what? Invest 5 hours a week. Invest 5 hours of concentrated, targeted effort a week. And what did Nicole just teach us? That we can do 1 hour a day for 5 days in the week, and we will get some amazing results. So I hope you get that. I'm stopping recording.
Perfect timing.